Oh, Shabbat Shalom. We're going to be live at 6 with Kabbalat Shabbat. Hope you'll join us here in just 15 minutes. We'll sing some songs. We'll say some prayers. Celebrate the week. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We'll be live at 6 with Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming in of Shabbat. We appreciate you joining us here on Zoom or on Facebook or on YouTube or our web player on our website. There's so many places you can watch this. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Please join us at 6 o'clock for Shabbat services. prep tomorrow. And I think we're actually live right now on Facebook and on YouTube and on Zoom. The new camera's working out there. See the camera? There's two of them actually.
Testing one, test.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Come on, come on. It was a great song too, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters.
Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters,
Yeah.
sons of Vegas, sons of lawyers. Yeah, it was Elton John. Right?
Hmm?
It was Elton John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great song.
I got a video. I said, oh, wow, this should be great, watching him on stage. He was, flirting around and fluttering around. I couldn't take it. I couldn't. I was trying to be good with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it. A little much.
There was a slight shaking that made me down. For about 60 seconds.
Photoshop a tear in his eye.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. 3 minutes, everyone, if you're watching on Facebook and on YouTube. In 3 minutes, we'll start our Shabbat service with our bat mitzvah, Remy Alstott, and her family joining us here in the synagogue. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to the Zoomers. Hi, Zoomers. The Zoomagog.
Hold on. Ask them if they can hear. And tell them to wait.
Hey, Zoomers. Can you give a wave if you can hear us? You said a delay.
They will hear the
Seriously?
wave.
Please stand for the Amidah. 30 seconds from now. Oh, oh my God, that's really, oh my gosh.
That is very funny.
Sort of.
Sort of, yes. It's sort of funny. There's like a 45-second delay between our live feed and Zoom. So, which won't be the case tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow will be in real time. But today, so everybody's wondering what is going on. Okay,
Oh boy.
that's funny.
Well, we're going to start. Glad to have everyone on Zoom. Glad to have everyone here. Those of you who are here, representing everyone. What are you starting with? Kine Mato. Okay.
I wonder how you sing along on a 45-second delay. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Again, to all those on Zoom, we welcome you and let you know that there's a significant delay for some reason between me saying these words and you hearing them. It's like talking to the moon or something. But we're glad that we're all here together. At least we can see each other's faces. And we'll turn to page 11 for Lechuna Ranana.
Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. Lechune ranena l'Adonai nahariya letzuri sheinu. Yai dai 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 dai, 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 yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai.
Page 13, 14, I'm sorry. Page 14 at the bottom.
Yeah.
Hello, Team Jonish.
Yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Umlo, Yiramayam, 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 Umlo, Yiramayam, 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 Umlo, Yiramayam, 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 Umlo, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Betagel Haaretz. Shabbat Shalom. If you're just joining us, we're so glad you're here. We'll turn ahead to the bottom of page 19. Sorry, the bottom of page 20 for Romemu, page 20. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu veishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu veishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. A beautiful tune, Ana Bekoach, page 22.
Sorry, everybody. Stuff that didn't used to happen a year ago. Was it playing?
Now ask them if they can hear. Can you hear us? If you can hear us, wave. Even if it's 45 seconds late, it's okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's literally 45 seconds.
Oh, this is annoying. See that?
That means I heard you, right?
Yeah,
Great.
15 seconds late.
Ana vekoach, vekoach, gedulat yemincha, yemincha. Tatir tzerura, kabel rinat damecha, sageveinu, tareinu nora. Ana bekoach, bekoach, gedulat yemincha, yemincha. Tatir tzerura, kabel rinat damecha, sageveinu, tareinu nora.
Go to Lecha Dodi now.
Lecha Dodi likrat kara penei Shabbat lekabela shamor vezachor v'diburecha אחד לשם ולתפארת, עליתי לך אדוני, לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי מכל הברכה מראש מקדם נעשוך סוף ומעשה, ועכשיו התפילה לך אדוני, לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה, מקדש מלך עם מלוכה קום יצא מתוך אפיך רב לך שבט ויעמק אבך והוא יחמול עלייך אמלה לך אדוני, לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה, היא נערי מעפר קומי לבשי בידי תפארתך מעל יד בן ישי בית הלך מקורב אל נפשי גאה לך אדוני, לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה, התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך לילה לך אדוני, לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה, לילה לך אדוני, לקראת קהלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה, לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה יראתי לה, לך דודי, לקראת קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה, והיו למשי שושייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמשוש חתן על כלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת פעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה, בואי כלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
We're going to turn to page 27 for the Psalm for Shabbat. There's nothing we can do about this delay? We would have, if we were using our own, the little cameras, then it's fine. But it's because we're using these big ones.
צדיק כתמה יפרח, כרז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני וחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. צדיק כתמה יפרח, כרז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני וחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינבול בסביבה, תשני ורבני מיהו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי, ולא עבדת בו. צדיק כתמה יפרח, כארז בבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני וחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו.
So let's go right into Mariv, and then I'm going to ask us to turn back a few pages, but we'll get to that a little later. We'll get right into Mariv with the Baruch Hu. It's on page 39. We can all stand at our seats if you'd like, page 39.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai
We can be seated, bottom half of 39.
אל חי וקיים תמיד מלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המרים ערבים. אמן.
אהבת העולם בית יצרו.
ועבדך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. Amen.
Well, we have a pretty strict rule in our synagogue. People ask, so how are you different from one of a number of the other wonderful neighboring synagogues? There are many synagogues within a 10-mile radius. Wonderful synagogues. Granted, their clergy aren't as good looking, obviously. But one of the things that we always say is we never have double bar and bat mitzvahs. We never have two bar and bat mitzvahs in the same weekend. Everyone gets their own weekend, and that's a rule, unless you're a twin, or maybe if you have siblings who are like 12 months apart or something like that, and we actually have one of those coming up in the fall. Well, this Shabbat we're breaking our rule. Thanks to COVID, thank you COVID, because last year, this Parsha, Miss Sophia Jonish was all ready to read this Torah reading for her Parsha, and we put it off for exactly a whole year's worth of Torah Parshas. And Remy Allstott got her bat mitzvah date like 4 years ago for this Shabbat. Thank goodness the Jonishes wanted to have Sophia's bat mitzvah Shabbat afternoon, and thank goodness the Allstotts wanted to have Remy's bat mitzvah Shabbat morning. And all was saved in the world of the JCC. So I don't know if you girls even know each other, but you're like bat mitzvah twins once removed, or once reunited, or I don't even know what it is. But hopefully you'll get to meet after services, and we'll invite Remy forward now to lead us in the Shema on page 41 in our Sidurim, 41.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, ubechol nafshecha, ubechol me'odecha. Ve'hayu havarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha. Hayom alevavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam,
בשבתך בביתך, ובמלאכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Yishakachech Teremi. Sophia, I'll get you for Kiddush in a few minutes, all right?
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Middle of page 44, Michamocha.
Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar v'kodesh. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar v'kodesh. Nora teilot osei fele, Nora teilot osei fele Adonai, imloch leolam ha'el. Malchutecha rovanecha, pokei hayam lifnei Moshe. Ze Elianu ve'ameru, ze Elianu ve'ameru Adonai, imloch leolam ha'el. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
Let's read in English on page 45. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel. And save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 46, the Vishamru.
V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל מותי לעולם, מותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Chatzi Kaddish, the middle of 46.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ואלמד יברכירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכנו ויומכנו וחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולם לעולמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעולמה ואמרו Amen.
The Amidah is on page 47. We'll take a few moments for the Amidah, typically recited if we are able to stand. We should stand from 47 through 52.
עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
Kaddish Shalem.
יתקרא ויקרא שמי רבה בעלמא יברך ירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון ויומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולם עולמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמרומי עלמא ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלותון ובאותון לכל ישראל כרם עוון דשמיא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רב מן שמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen.
So we can all be seated, and well, I'll invite you to turn back to page 33 in our Sidurim. And on page 33, there's a section of our Sidur that we always skip. We always skip this whole section in between the Friday night Psalms and the Mariv service. Because it's a section of study, and honestly, over the course of all the time that we've been together, I think I've studied all of these passages with the congregation. But I wanted to double back to one of those passages, actually two of them, because I wanted to take something from the much more modern world, But before we do that, I wanted to look at something much more ancient. So the whole topic tonight is what are you traditionally supposed to do and not supposed to do on Shabbat. So as a general rule, there are 39 different categories of things that traditionally Jews don't do on Shabbat. But as a general rule, you're not supposed to make a permanent change. You're not supposed to damage the earth more. You're not supposed to destroy something. You're not supposed to create something. It's supposed to be a day of rest, not just for us, but for the whole world. So if you're with me on page 33, this is actually a list of things that is not related to really making a permanent change, but I don't know, maybe it is. The last paragraph. It's not permitted to fast, to entreat, or to plead asking mercy from heaven on Shabbat. I guess the reason is because that would make a change if you were successful, right? Even at those terrible times when a public fast would be decreed and a shofar blown. A shofar is like a giant exclamation point, right? Like, we're going to say this thing, and just to put a point on it, we're going to blow our shofars. One does not fast or blow the shofar on Shabbat or on holidays. If a city is besieged by a foreign force, or endangered by a flood, or if a boat is threatened by capsizing at sea, then an exception is made. And one does sound the alarm in order to help those who are in danger, and one prays and asks for mercy for them. So you can break Shabbat if you're trying to save people, if the boat's about to go down or something like that. But in general, we make Shabbat a day of rest, a day of peace. There are some other categories. Page 37 at the top. Page 37 at the top. One should not go out with a sword or a bow or a shield or a lance or a spear on Shabbat. So we leave all of our swords and bows and shields at home. One who goes out with any of these is liable to bring a purification offering. What does that mean? That means that you have to go and give a sacrifice and say that, okay, I'm washing myself off. I'm cleaning myself for having done this sin. Rabbi Eliezer says that they're worn as ornaments, meaning that if you're using it as part of a costume, if you like Power Rangers, I have a feeling that maybe some of the kids here might have liked Power Rangers at some point, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had swords and shields, for sure. But the sages maintain that they're disgraceful. As the prophet said, they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation should not lift up sword against nation, neither they shall learn war anymore. So you're not supposed to have any kinds of weapons on Shabbat. No gunplay, no sword play, no shields, no nothing. Those are ancient things on Shabbat. Now, came across a very modern, an ultra-modern story about doing something else on Shabbat. Israel's national airline, El Al, I'm jumping about 3,000 years, or 2,000 years from when these documents were written. Israel's national airline, El Al, is famous for not flying on Shabbat, so much so that if a flight on a Thursday night is really delayed, let's say it's supposed to be a 9 p.m. flight and there's a mechanical error, mechanical issue, and it's going to be 5 hours until they get the part, it can't even take off at 2 a.m. because it won't land in Israel in time, and they'll cancel the flight. And there have been situations where flights have been diverted, and the whole flight load winds up on the doorstep of some Jewish community, wherever. I remember this happened somewhere in Canada, not Gander, where I come from away, but somewhere like up there, maybe Nova Scotia, welcomed the whole airplane full of Jews. They had a lovely Shabbat, and then they got back on the plane and kept going to Israel. So El Al's been famous for that. But what about other airlines in Israel? It's a tiny state, but there are a few other airlines, and there's an airline in Israel called Israel. It's not the fanciest airline, let me put it that way. And I know because I once flew it all the way from New York to Israel. Thankfully, they don't fly that anymore, that route. Mostly it's for flights within Israel to like nearby Europe or to Eilat. Israel was just bought by a guy named Rami Levi, two guys, Rami Levi and Shlomo Chaim. Rami and Levi and Shlomo Chaim are Orthodox Jews. They own a famous grocery store chain in Israel, and now that they bought the airline, they decided we're not going to allow our Israel airline to fly on Shabbat anymore. By personal conviction, Chaim says, I'm a religious Jew who observes the Sabbath, and all my businesses are closed on Saturdays. We respect those who observe the Shabbat, and it's not a personal whim of mine, but it's in the DNA of all of us as Jews. On the business side, we're at the examination stage. We'll examine the economic implications of the possibility of reducing activity on Saturdays, and we want to reach a situation where there's a weekly day of rest for the pilots. There are many businesses that don't operate on Saturdays, and that can include aviation too. So I am personally conflicted on this issue because I do believe that there should be transportation in Israel on Shabbat, because what's the situation now in Israel, in the Jewish state? If you're wealthy and you have a car, which many people don't, you can drive to the beach on Shabbat. If you're not, there's no bus. There's no public bus, and you're not able to get there. So it becomes a very economic class division issue. On the other hand, I kind of like the idea of there being no airplanes one day a week, not using all of the carbon emissions that it takes to fly back and forth. And the truth is, though, Eilat is pretty much an R&R location. It's rest and relaxation. So I don't really know how I feel about Israel Air not flying on Shabbat. We'll see what happens. But there's no question that this decision in 2021 has a whole lot to do with the restrictions on Shabbat that go back hundreds, really thousands of years that come out of our tradition. Maybe one of you wants to try to go online to Expedia or something and try to book a flight on Saturday during the day and see if you can do it from Tel Aviv to Eilat. Who knows? With that, we will invite Miss Sophia forward to the Torah table. And Sophia, I'm bringing a Kiddush cup for you. Thank you. Does she have a Siddur? Here you go. Page 55, the Shabbat Kiddush. We're coming down with the Siddur, Sophia. All right, Sophia's going to lead us in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Elohim melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Elohim melech haolam asher kishal mitzotav v'ratzah banu v'shabbat kodesh v'ratzon yichilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereishit ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziyat Mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'tanu ki darshta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodesh Baruch atah mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Should be grape juice, Sophia. You can have a sip. We'll go to Aleinu on the next page. We can all, if you'd like to stand, you're welcome to for Aleinu. Is it grape juice? Okay, good. Just checking. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol latet gidula yotzeh breshit shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chalkeinu kahem v'god aleinu k'chol amonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נותן שמיים ויסד הארץ ומשה ויקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים הוא אלוהינו הוא אין עולם את מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד על כן
ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
The Mourner's Kaddish follows now on page 58. This Shabbat, we're observing the art sites of George Brown, Nina Harrison, Rita Rogowski, Bernard Siegel, Monty Wallenstein, Doris Kaskel, Irving Kirschenbaum, Mendel Nelson, Harry Tobias, Samuel Gluck, Lester Litt, Helen Derfner, Howard Klein, Barbara Levy, Mildred Lewis, Sidney Nadell, Martin Orland, Antonio Ponticello, Elaine Simon, Bert Cyrus, Molly Felberbaum Small, Bernard Weissman, Dorothy Wagner, Benjamin Barth, Rose Bizarro, Celia Chaikin, Nathan Cohen, Hennio Freisinger, Sidney Freed, Morris Hyman, Isaac Rosen, Rose Simon, Miriam Spiro, Naomi Alkali, Al Brustman, Max Cohen, Hill Lalin, Maxwell Leeds, Alice Stern, Lenny Bajek, Bernard Heimowitz, Jeremy Leaf, Henry Levy, Lila Morgenstern, Irvin Raboy, Terry Kaplan, Maurice Kramer, Daniel Rudnitsky, and Bernard Wiener. The Mourner's Kaddish now on page 58. Yit Gadal v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divra kirutei v'amlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'bizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal. Shmei dekudsha berichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Aseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. We'll wrap up with Adon Olam on page 211.
Sure, let's do it. Adon Olam asher malach בטרם כל יציר נברא להינשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להינשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה והוא אחד ואין שני להמשילו להגבירה בלי ראשית בלי תחביר ולא האור והמזרח אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להינשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי בצרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי ונרקוסי ויולק לה אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להינשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא בידו הפקיד רוחי והייתי ז'ל והעירה ועם רוחי כביאתי אדוני לי ולא יירא אדון עולם אשר הלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להינשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא. Shabbat Shalom.
Mazel tov to the Allstats and the Jonashes. See you 9:30 tomorrow morning. 7 Bye.
mute themselves.
Shabbat shalom, Mara.
Brandone!
Hi, everybody. Shabbat shalom. I'm really sorry for the delay. Watch, you're going to...
There wasn't a delay, there was a recording going on while we were trying to answer.
That too. No, there's also a delay. If you look on the big screen, you'll see that I'm both sitting in front of you and standing on the steps at the same time. And in a few seconds, I'm going to come. Look, oh, here I go. I'm going to sit in front of you. This is like Back to the Future. Watch. Left hand, right hand. And in 30 seconds, you're going to see me do that.
What are we going to see you do?
You're going to see me picked up my left hand and then my right hand. Watch.
There it is, yeah, there's,
What? Left hand, right hand. Here I go. Here I go. 5. Oh, there we go. See? This is bizarre. Every week there's like a different technological something. We know what's causing this. We're going to talk about it and hopefully fix it so this doesn't happen, because this doesn't allow us to interact with anybody.
Rabbi?
Yes.
The only person we could hear clearly during the service is the cantor. You're very muted, and the young girls, we could barely hear them.
Okay, I'll report that to him. Thank you. Was that everyone's experience?
No, I couldn't hear anybody but the cantor, and I had an ride of music in the background with, I guess, the cantor singing some recordings, and that went on and on and on and on while the cantor was singing and while things were going on.
Yeah, that was temporary. That we fixed.
Okay. But I couldn't, it happened again during the Dalai Lama. I couldn't hear.
Marcos,
Yes,
come
it
listen to
was
this.
during the Dalai Lama. Right. And I couldn't hear you at all throughout the entire service.
Hang on 1 second. Let's
We could barely hear the girls, too.
let's repeat that for Marcos over here. He's coming over. 1 second.
We're going to end our live stream.
What I had was.
Just 1 sec, Minna. I want Marcos to hear everything here.
By the way, when we tested it, what happened?
Just 1 second, everybody.
Yeah, who's going to do that? I want